Did you ever think that the words that you talk are taken for truth? Or the way that you move, or the things that... Did you ever think that the words that you talk are taken for truth? Or the way that you move, or the things that you do.
I love a blank page, I love a big stage. It's mine, I can own it, control it, fill it with rage. Or quiet desires, I lift it up higher, I only require you, move and perspire. Or listen, my mission is right, rhymes that glisten. I'm so sharp, cut myself twice to mold this vision. So please don't dismiss what passes in 40 seconds. A 16 can carry the fire of 40 weapons. So why would you waste it? I add so much sauce you can taste it. I prefer it hot, I could just associate with a few. Channel tunnel when I funnel, I go all the way through. This is timeless, it's already written in stone. I can't change it, rearrange it, it must live on its own. So I'm careful, only wanna create the great. It's not a verse, if it's weak, I deliver the weight.
Did you ever think that the words that you talk are taken for truth? Or the way that you move, or the Did you ever think that the words that you talk are taken for truth? Or the way that you move, or the things that you do?
It matters what we say, it matters what these words mean. While both phones are tap dancing on this broken phone screen, trying to write my soul free, trying to describe how this all feels, put in a way we can all feel, but I can say that I'm all real. And I pray you have the luxury of saying that. How did your verse sound the very first time you played it back? Cause you're the only one who knows it doesn't contain a fact. So maybe lift your blindfold to see what you're aiming at. I watch my skyfold depicted in grey and black. Space cadet lifestyle, surprising my brain intact. Waste the next lifetime devising a way to act. You can just tell me that you're playing the game and that, making a name in that. Having to play a character will drive you insane and back. So let me leave you all with a few words of advice. Don't forget about the content when you live on the mic.
Did you ever think that the words that you talk are taken for truth? Or the way that you move, or the things that... Did you ever think that the words that you talk are taken for truth? Or the way that you move, or the things that you do?
This is High Rise FM, we control the blend. Hit us on the hotline, shout out all your friends. Serving the community, good vibes and unity. Turn it up loud if you remember how it used to be.
High Rise FM, we control the blend. Hit us on the hotline and shout at all your friends. Serving the community, good vibes and unity. Turn it up loud if you remember how it used to be.
You're in tune to iRise from noontime to nighttime. Ring and get your shout outs, blowing up the hotline. Requests and rewinds, weekends and weeknights. Driving around the city to find a signal that we like. My brethren had a cousin in London who used to send us hype tapes off radio somewhere. We used to listen till the tape wore out. We'd imagine what the studio was like. What a time to be alive. Going out to the 615, to the 213 and the 409. Texting your messages for Valentine's night. The story of the soundtracks to our lives that came from flats in the sky. The true meaning of SoundCloud. Rebels on rooftops, antennas we tied down. Pirates of airwaves that play what you can't doubt. Rebels on rooftops, antennas we tied down. This is High Rise FM, we control the blend. Hit us on the hotline, shout out all your friends. Serving the community, good vibes and unity. Turn it up loud if you remember how it used to be.
High Rise FM, we control the blend. Hit us on the hotline and shout at all your friends. Serving the community, good vibes and unity. Turn it up loud if you remember how it used to be.
Yeah, you know the crew already. You're in tune to High Rise, the late night show. Yeah? Just ringing, ladies, we know you're out there in your negligee, you're just putting on your slippers and that. Give us a shout, we got some songs for you right now. You know the number, iRise.
Keep it locked, non-stop. 0794, you know the rest. We're here all night, banging out your speakers. Turn it up. Hey, yo, hey, my DJ, where you get this tune from, brother? Yo, this is one exclusive, you know? Only High Rise alone can play this. Dubplate flavor. Selector. Big up the 615, big up the 213. Lost caller, call back, you won the VIP.
Out looking up and seeing who was doing it. And I'm like, left and right, you guys can hug on this one, right?
Yeah.
And be like, look, you can argue about whether or not someone's the right identity or whether they hold the right beliefs, but can we all agree right now they're peeing on us and we should stop them from doing it?
Yeah.
Then afterwards, we'll take a shower, we'll get some new clothes, then we'll go back to arguing. But for the time being, you can see what's going on, right?
Can you? I said on my show, and it was like, you know, a couple weeks before the Capitol Hill, the Capitol building thing, but I said it felt like they were daring the American people to revolt. Like
Seriously,
it felt like
yeah.
after 9 months of locking people in their home, destroying businesses, and they're sitting here going, we'll give you 600. All right. I mean, I guess we could consider giving you a little bit more than that. By the way, Israel's up to 3 billion this year. And you're almost like, are you actually like daring people? Because you are pushing people to a direction where understandably they're going to lose it.
But they don't care. You know why? Because they know that an individual will react emotionally without strategy that will benefit them.
Yeah.
In the end, storming the Capitol gave them everything.
Yep.
Everything. Trump said peacefully cheer on politicians because Trump, I genuinely believe, thought that they were going to go and he was going to get his, complaints heard at the
Well,
joint
what do you
session.
even think his like? Did you
He's
listen?
he's a doc.
I'm sure you listened to the
Understandably,
phone call.
they're going
that
to
got put
lose
out
it.
that
But they
had
don't
the,
care a lot.
the
Why?
Secretary of State of Georgia, and it was one of the things to me. And I've basically been saying for a while, this thing that I said earlier, that Trump isn't what the left projects onto him. He isn't what the right projects onto him. He just is what he is. He's what we always
He's
knew
Trump.
he was. He's Trump. But even for me going in like that, I was so blown away how much he was just Trump on the phone call.
Right,
Like there was
right,
no
no.
direction even. There was no plan. There wasn't like, okay, listen, we need to focus on these 3 counties, and if we do this, we can take it to this court, and then I can get this overturned. And then he's literally just goes on like a rant for 15 minutes at the beginning, and he goes, we had the biggest crowds.
I know.
And all the polls said we were going to lose big, and they were all wrong. And I think we did tremendously well. And you're like,
Right.
oh my God, even behind
I
closed
could-
doors,
of course.
he's just the exact same guy. He has no other gear. There's no, so I don't really know that there, I think the plan was, in Trump's mind, he's like, I'm tremendous. Biden's a loser. There's no way he won. This whole thing's rigged. I'm going to keep calling it stupid until I'm president again.